Hi guys, welcome to another video. Would you buy a luxury bag from Amazon? Would you buy an Hermes bag, Dior, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Loewe, Bottega, the list goes on. Would you buy any of those from Amazon? Prime next day delivery, free returns. Have I been living under a rock? Let's get going. So I discovered today that you can buy luxury designer bags on Amazon. I had no idea. How long has this been there? I went onto Amazon looking for something completely different and I saw at the top it said luxury or luxury stores or something. So of course, straight in there to have a look. And honestly, there are Birkins, Kellys, garden parties, there are toujours bags, there are baguettes, there are so many bags on there. How does this work? Would I ever consider buying anything like that through Amazon? Amazon to me is like, I'm not knocking Amazon. Before anybody gets it wrong, I am not knocking Amazon. Amazon has its place, of course it has. And if I need something like, I don't know, some cleaning materials or so many different things, some stationery, anything like that, I am straight on Amazon. But luxury bags, So anyway, I had to investigate a little bit further. So how does it work? Well, they have a pre-loved site on there. And looking at the UK site first, it seems to be that these are pre-loved items and it is in effect sourced and run through a company called, is it HEWI? Hardly ever worn it. Now, I hadn't heard of this company and I maybe should have done, but it looks like this is a reseller. And looking at some of the descriptions, and there's not many photographs, I have to say, so I'm going to show you a few of these because I just thought it was a revelation. I had no idea that any of these things were on Amazon. So looking a little bit deeper into it, some of the descriptions, yeah, they're not very detailed, I have to say, and there's not many photographs on the ones that I've looked at. I would be wanting a lot more information. But is this a good way to buy luxury bags? Because it is actually a reseller. And if you read the returns policy and all the description of the reseller, they do have a three-step authentication service, an in-house authentication service. Now, is that good enough for you guys? Do you think we should be having an external third-party authentication as well? Do we ever ask for that if we're buying something via Bagista or Luxury Promise or Designer Exchange or any of these, or Vestiaire Collective? They have their own in-house authentication service, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what do we think about using this? Some of the descriptions, I have to say, and look at this, I found a toujours bag at an amazing price and I really love the toujours bag. It's in a colourway that isn't my favourite, a little bit too beigey browny for me, but this says it's the medium size, but looking at the dimensions, I think it's actually the small, like the smallest one, not the medium. However, it's still an amazing price because even the smallest of the small ones are 3,000 plus and this is at 1,600. So yeah, maybe there's a bargain to be had on here. What do you guys think? Let's have a look at some that are on there. This is the UK site. So let's have a look at what's actually on the site right at this moment in time. So the most expensive, of course we've got to look at the most expensive first, don't we? Sort it by highest price, is the Mini Kelly at £22,000 for a rose confetti chev leather Mini Kelly. The Birkin 25 is 22,000. It's a tricolour one, so it's slightly more of an unusual sort of special edition one. We also have, what is this one? A Bolide with a shark on the side of it. Not overly sure about that one. There's a couple more Birkins. There's a Mini Lindy. There's a Getter bag. There's another Bolide. There's a Louis Vuitton Ostrich Alma. Wow, I haven't seen that one before. Garden Party. Oh, there's a mini Lady Dior, which is, I wouldn't say it's the same as Amelia's, but it's of that realm, which seems like a very good price. So look at this one. This is the Fendi Baguette, and this is the midi size, and this is £2,408.55. Now, yeah, I think that's about retail price, to be honest. So that is no saving whatsoever. It seems to say on a lot of these, the description about the item, it says the same thing. Please note these items are pre-owned and may show signs of being stored even when unworn and unused. Please refer to images and use zoom function for more detail. Doesn't give you massive information, does it? Okay, so there's a little bit more description here, which says Fendi lilac embossed Napa leather baguette, midi size, gold toned hardware, chain shoulder strap, FF buckle, zip up compartment inside. It doesn't tell you when it's from, it doesn't give you any dates on it, it doesn't give you, it doesn't show the bag inside that I can see from here, and it doesn't give you anything about the condition other than saying it's excellent. So I would be wanting a bit more information than that. So looking at some of the pieces on there, they have the same blurb for all of them, and then it just changes the condition, whether it's excellent or very good or whatever. And then in the main description, it still doesn't give masses more information, and there's not many photographs on there. There's hardly any photographs of the inside of any of the bags. So I would be wanting a lot more information. I would be wanting more photographs. I'd be wanting to see the corners of all of them. I want to see in the interior. I would want to know what year it was from. I don't know, I just feel like there's not a lot of information there. So yes, the prices, seem like for the toujours bag is a good price, but the midi bag isn't. It's a very retail price. So I think that you need to, like everything else when you're buying pre-loved, do your research, you need to know your numbers. So what do we think overall? Do we think it's a good place and a good way to buy luxury bags? I can't imagine me ever thinking that this is a good idea. However, I suppose through Amazon you've got a returns policy, you've got very good prime delivery, you could get it next day for example, and it is through a reputable, I assume reputable, consignor, reseller that does their own authentication. So do we think that that's enough? I'm not so sure. I think that I would, like when I bought, where is it? When I bought my mini Chanel rectangle, I went into Bagista and I actually tried this on before I made the decision to buy something of this sort of value. So for me, I would want to go somewhere, I want to get my hands on it and properly just have a look at it. But that's just me. I have bought bags pre-loved on Vestiaire before and taken the chance, but they weren't the value of this. So maybe that's part of it for me, is depends what it is, for example. But I thought it was very interesting. Do you guys have seen this? There's ready to wear, the shoes, there's all sorts of things on there, and every designer you can think of. I think on the USA site it's through a reseller called What Goes Around, which I'm sure they have a store in Soho in New York, and I am wanting to go and have a look at that store. So I know and I've heard of that reseller, and I believe they have a good reputation. So they seem to be, some of the pre-loved things on the USA site seem to use that reseller through Amazon. So I suppose it's just, Amazon is a marketplace, isn't it? But yeah, I had no idea. Let me know. Have I been living under a rock? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.